Recording.
Good. So welcome to the April meeting of the Jaffna Club. Our speaker today is Karthiga Athiththan, who's an attorney at law based in Jaffna, who worked extensively on women's economic empowerment project. So as usual, for the benefit of people who haven't attended this club meeting and people who watch the recording, I go over our objective. The club will facilitate, foster and support social intercourse and fellowship among its members. It will build a network of members and non-members that can work together to promote the economic development of the Northern Province. The club is a catalyst. The reason I say it's a catalyst is the club doesn't build companies, it doesn't invest, doesn't raise funds, it doesn't do charity. What it does is it helps people like us connect with each other, and it helps people like us connect with northern entrepreneurs and business opportunities. So I will slowly page through our speakers since we started in September 2020. We've never missed a month. So I'll go forward quite slowly so people have time to have a quick read, and the recording will come out in a day or two, so you can watch this again. We've had entrepreneurs, we've had directors, we had the governor of the Northern Province a couple of years back. Professor Alex Thurvarajan is an educationalist. Nirupraj Balachandran is an executive with NACTA, one of the government institutions. Dr. Satyamurthy, director of the Jaffna Teaching Hospital. We had two leading lawyers, Sangha Gunawatsa.
Meeting in the bedrock.
Gowrie, I think that's you. Could you mute yourself? And last month, Leo Manoharan, who did an extremely interesting presentation on his projects in the Northern. So today our speaker is Karthiga. Karthiga, would you like to take over the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I will stop my share and you can have it.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karthiga Athiththan. I'm an attorney at law and currently working as a litigation officer for Union Bank. Mainly we focus on the recovery cases. I'm appearing for the recovery cases, the small loans. Around 600 cases in Jaffna we filed for the, especially for the NCRCs, that's the North Awakening loans. So I have to tell about this because that those cases, you know, earlier there was a loan granted by the government that is called Vadakkin Vasandam. So then after that, the people, they failed to pay the amount, and still until now, I think 2011 to now, the cases are going on. So that's why there's a problem that the other banks are rejected to give the loans for small category people. So that's the basic. So I'm working for the Union Bank as a that's a litigation officer. Before that, I worked with the Women in Need organization, WIN organization, and we worked for women in child issues. We appeared for the domestic violence and maintenance cases, and as well as the same time, we did the counseling and the self-employment support. Small self-employments were given with the support of some private people and the UN agencies. So after even I am working with Union Bank, still I have the contacts with the people, women in child, which we work with them. And with the support of Solidarity Center and IRI and some other like Westminster Foundation and other NGOs, currently we are working as I'm working as a consultant and the coordinator, and doing some programs like empower the women in politics, and at the same time I do as a resource person for the gender trainings, and at the same time the women and child issues which are prevailing in the Jaffna, North and East areas. Sometimes we go for the East areas as well. So then, normally we do the trainings for the sexual harassment issues and the rape issues like that. And now we are focusing on the women empowerment for the politics as well. At the same time, we organized a group for the women entrepreneurs, and we are working with them. So this is my introduction, and my colleague, who is Ms. Udhayani Navaratnam, we both work together. She is a district human development officer for the Kilnochi district, so district coordinator. So then we normally we both work together, and so I think since 2015, 16, 2000, all the time, time to time, we are working for the women and child. So she will briefly explain about our activities. The slides. Before that, I forgot to tell about that. I am also one of the entrepreneur that I have a small homestay that's called Malabar Homestay. We started with the started to give with one room in our house. It's an old traditional house, and now the business is going with expand with 3 rooms, and we are doing well that. And the tourism board also now promoting the homestays in North area. It's basic. The homestay we are doing for the enjoy our culture and foods and everything. When the guests come, they normally says our Jaffna people food is joined with the culture. So then we do, sometimes I do the cookery classes as well for the guest with the traditional method, with our traditional foods and everything. And we created some tour also, like that pottery making area, because if in Jaffna there is so many places to visit. So then we created some industrial tours and eco tours, like we have the paddy field. So then during the paddy field time, we take them to our paddy field, and we do the harvesting tour. Now I'm planning for we have a land with the Palmyra, and we are planning to do a Palmyra fruit festival, and organizing and do some our traditional food like Paranga Paniyaram, baking with the guest and doing that. So then the tourism board also, I have registered with the tourism board, and they gave us, they invited us with the ADB program and selected Malabar Homestay for the North, and give us 2 minutes the opportunity to do the presentation as well. So then you can see here that it's around 84 reviews. We have 9.3 score. So then that's my business. So sorry for really to interrupt this. She will continue our activities.
Good evening, all of you. I am Udhayani, working as a District Women Development Officer, and I'm a women rights activist also. We initiate organization Pathway for Women Advancement. Karthiga, myself, and Queen, three friends of us, we initiate the program. We mainly focused to work women economical empowerment. Economical empowerment means very socio-economically very vulnerable women, we support to economical empowerment. Specifically, we give the startup capital as well as training. Other activity promoting women in decision making, especially in women in political. We conduct capacity building training as well as we linking them the relevant political party also. And strengthening women society. There are many. The third activity is strengthening women society. There are women society and some women organization, but they have very initial stage. We strengthening and networking with relevant agencies. The fourth activity, those who are the very vulnerable women, we give the emergency support. For example, in the COVID and economical crisis time, we provide dry ration. If we identified educational support and any other emergency support, we provide or refer to them. The fifth activity, case intervention on gender-based violence, legal support, psychosocial support, and other relevant support we provide. The sixth activity, whatever the contemporary issues women face, we refer to relevant organization. Actually, the initial stage of our organization, an informal organization, still not be registered. We time to time we get the support from well-wishers, friends, and give the relevant need. This is just for the introduction of our organization. Karthiga will continue the economical aspect.
I think you can see our slides now.
Yes.
It's visible.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, one of our activities, she is Miss Marina, who came to win office, I think before 10 years before. So then she needs some economical support and some other psychological support, and she came to our office. And we found that she has some special skills like the paper quilling work. And we started that project with the support of the women, Miss Udhayani, who came from Canada and visited our office. That is, she had an organization in Canada. She has that's called Green Dreams Women. So then she support us to give some trainings to other women as well, because we promote this coiling work. When the women are doing this hand working, preparing the handmade cards, so they can get the, it will heal their mental stress as well, because most of the clients we receive with the problems, the domestic violence or some other problems. So that's why we promote this one. And now there are around, there are 4 women are doing continuously, they are doing this work. And the Dharani, she is supporting the monthly salary. During the Corona period, all of them got the salary monthly. They didn't do the work, but they got the salary. That was a very huge help for them, because there is no way for them to earn the money, but she supported. Around 30,000 to 35,000 monthly she is paying for them and getting the cards from our place. And you can see Dharani in one of the photos. She is selling the cards, making the stalls in America. She has both places residence, and sometimes she is in America and Canada, both places, and she is selling the cards for us. So that's the project. It's going on. And now we, according to our work, we assess something that which are the challenges the women faces. First one is the marketing. As usual, everyone knows that marketing is a challenge for them, because we are talking about the micro level women entrepreneurs. Because our Union Bank recently they asked me to organize a Women's Day for the SME level, medium or huge level women entrepreneurs. So I searched those business in North area. I could find only 4 or 5 women entrepreneurs in the high level. I talked with the NCI, that is called Northern Chamber of Industries, and they only say the same, that most of them are under the micro level, and only few only doing the export level businesses and everything under the SME level. So that's why we wanted to work more with the micro level women entrepreneurs. So then the marketing, you can, we attach some videos here. You can see through the videos, you can identify their challenges and the problems. So the marketing means they mostly they depend on the small stalls and you know, the divisional secretariat or in that industrial development board or national craft council. They sometimes organize the stalls and give some opportunities. Some of our entrepreneurs says they depend on that stall. So that's the local market, small shops, and within Jaffna they are selling. Some people, they are going out of the Jaffna, or they are selling out of the Jaffna as well. So then the law, that is the main problem. And the second we mentioned here is the low price for agriculture products in Kilnochi. That Udhayani especially, she is working in Kilnochi, and she will explain about it.
Most of these entrepreneurs, especially in agriculture sector, they cultivate different kind of things, grains, fruits, and vegetable, but they get very low price. The middleman get the more profit due to the distance, lack of transport, lack of network, and they have responsible to look after their family affairs. That's why they are unable to get the good price. The middleman get the more profit.
Yes, and the packing quality, that's a very big problem here, because some people, they got training for the packing and doing the products with the good packing materials. But in our micro level entrepreneurs, they need some, they need more because I also think that giving all the institutions are giving training and nothing happened, but it's not like that. When we talk with them, we found they started with their employment, their work was started with the trainings which given by the DA's office and vocational training center and Vida Davala, and they get the training, and if they interested on that product, they started their products. So then the trainings are very important. The packing trainings, packaging, they need some more trainings. And so I just mentioned here that online marketing. So we have to support them for the online marketing. We talk with the NCI also, national in Chamber of Industries also. I think one of the director, that Banni Kaju, that Jasmine, she said she will support on the online marketing and the training on packaging. And myself and Udhayani thinks we can do some little supports, like during the Nallur festival or people's gathering events, we can support some stalls for them. So I also go, when we go to the Nallur festival time, we can't find a good shop for having the dinner. We like to eat the dinner there, but we can't find the good shops there. Only the Maggie product and some other Maggie company, fast food only they are selling. So then this time, if we have a chance, we are planning to do some our authentic Jaffna, any dinner or something, some food item, traditional food items. So, and the second main thing is the language barrier. When we talk with them, they say that English and Sinhala also. Sinhala means if they are going to bargain with the out of the out of Jaffna. So then they need the language. So then they are facing difficulties to sell their products. And the English, we found that EDB, Export Development Board, and Export Development Board have many trainings with collaborate with other government as well. So then they couldn't participate any, they couldn't apply any courses due to the English, due to the language inefficiency. So then that also main thing. And also that says not only for the Export Development Board, so they have to sometimes they have to explain about their product to the any grant any agencies. They have to know how to do their presentation. So the basic English knowledge is very important for them. So when I just talk with Jasmine about the trainings given by the Export Development Board, she said there is that Export Development Board training is very efficient, and the resource person also very good, and not like other trainings. They will give us special skills for them. So especially the business techniques. You can see I just mentioned some course contents here. I think that's 35,000 rupees course. So then you can see the sales, contract, and import, export, financing, costing and pricing, exchange risk. So when they have this training, they will get the whole entire knowledge, and they can get the situation in the worldwide international trade. So then this is for some products they need if they are going to move for the next step, they have to get the trainings on export development. So that so they have that barrier for the so our suggestion is we have to do something for the language trainings, basic Sinhala and English. Then only they can go to the next step. So then other thing is the loan facility. I think the government banks they give some small loans like 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, and between 5 lakhs loans. But other private banks, they don't focus on the small amount of loans. They mostly the private banks, they give loans for the SME sector like 10 million to 10. Their starting amount is like 10 million. So then, because the staff capacity, so they have the same work they have to do for the 1 million loan and the 10 million loan. So then they avoid that 1 million and they go for the 10 million. And as well as they have some past experience that I already told you that in North Awakening loan cases, small loan cases. So they have that blank. Always they say if we give the small loans, it will go to we have to go to the courts like that. So then, so that's the main issue, that they can't get the loan facility. It's very difficult for them to get the loan facility at the banks as well. And the infrastructure facility and equipments, everyone we knows that we have to work on that. Some even they don't have, one of the beneficiaries, she's doing the Palmyra work, she needs a small equipment support. So likewise, they need, and lack of modern technology, that also we have to give some trainings for them. Do you want to say anything? So then I will share some videos. So this is first video, which is one of our team member, Kalayarasi. She's doing the cattle farming, and I will play that. The song. Can you hear the sound?
No, can't hear the sound. So how many cows will she have, this lady?
I think around 10.
10 cows.
Yes.
And how much land?
Sorry?
How much land does she have?
Land around 2 larger.
10 cows and 2 largem, can't.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And also during the rainy season, she faced difficulties because there is no proper tents and all. But her parents also did the same cattle farming, so then continuously she is doing that. Around 10 to 20 liters per day she is selling. I think 1 liter 200 rupees. It's getting from, she is selling to the what in the milk board. Is there any how can we share the sound system? I think is it a technical issue?
No, my friend Sean. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share. To share it again.
Jekhan, we can listen to a sound now. We can listen.
Right
If
now.
you put it on full screen, then the sound will play.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again.
She needs to put it on to presentation mode.
Slideshow.
Yeah, slide presentation mode. Then when the whole video will play.
Karthika, do you understand?
Okay now?
என்னோட பேர் கணேசன் யசோதா. நான் ஒரு பொன் முயற்சியாளர். வடமாகாணத்துல யாழ்ப்பாணம் வடமாகாணத்துல வீரநேரி பிரதேசத்துல எனது நிறுவனம் அமைந்துள்ளது. எனது நிறுவனத்திலுள்ள பல உற்பத்திகளை உருவாக்கி கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். அதை பார்வையிடுவதற்கு செல்வோம். அரிசி இடிக்கிற மிஷினரி, இது காய்ந்த பண்டங்களை இடிப்பதற்கான மிஷின், இது நெய்யுடைவதற்கான மிஷின், இது சரக்கு உரைப்பில்லாத பொருட்களை அழிவதற்கான சரக்கு தூளை அழிவதற்கான மிஷின், இது முளகாத்தூள் இடிக்கிறது, இது இது மறைவது மற்றது நெருக்கங்களை உடைத்து ஏற்றுவதற்கான மிருக்கி துப்புரவு செய்வதற்கான மிஷின், இது காய்ந்ததா பயத்த அரிசி மாவுகளை காய்ந்த பொலிப்படுத்துவது.
சத்தம் கேட்கல. சத்தம், no sound.
Yeah, Karthika, can you just tell us what that lady was doing?
Okay. So then she just explained about the machineries and the products. She's selling mainly the like chili powder and the rice flour and some other items. her problem she faces marketing and packaging. At the same time, she said that she faced difficulties during hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. She faced difficulties for the during the when she go for the marketing, she needs some language skills to bargain with them. So then she requests the language any courses or something like that. She's her products is Navaratnam products. She's from Jaffna Thavadi. She mainly doing the palmyra and turmeric powder, chili powder, and badakam and some other products. So she will show the products and explain about. You can see the products which she is producing. This is we call vadakam with the neem flour and the banana flour. Now she started with the onion flour as well. Onion flour. Sorry. So she's explaining about the lack of information about the packaging. She wanted to move for the eco-related package because mostly she uses the polythene. And her space is not enough to conduct her training. She needs some more spaces. And she specially mentioned about the training for the seasonal products. She said that now the season for the season for like tomato, So then if we have the trainings on the making the jam or some other products, then she can expand the products. You know, recently we found that so there are some cherry now in Jaffna. There are wild cherries. Some houses they have the wild cherries as well. So that cherries we can make the jam, and that's a good product. It's very tasty. I made with for my guests sometimes. So then those products we can make here in Jaffna. But the seasonal items, they need some more trainings to make the products. Now the season for the neem flower. Now they are making the neem flower and the chili, dry chili. This is Good Life production. She's from Mannar. Not only in Jaffna, we have some of our team members in Kilnochi, Trincomalee, Mannar as well. She's little bit. She has some trainings and like her packaging also good quality. So she wanted to. She's not exporting the products now. Her request is she needs some information about the exporting the products and supports regarding that. She has good marketing team. With that team, she is doing the marketing now. I think she is like a small level entrepreneur. Her dream is to go to the next level and she's explaining that that she has some a training given by the Kacheri, that productivity training, and which helps her to expand, do her business. And she's doing the candle work, SK Sudar, handle productions. Sorry, GK Sudar, handmade candles making. She also started from the training given in the DS office. Now she is selling her products within Sri Lanka. She has to improve her packing and need some trainings. And equipments, she needs some, when we talk with her, she said that she needs some equipments and space facilities to improve her business. So that's all. So I think we can conclude with this. Thank you. So we just show the videos to explain you about the actual situation. Thank you so much. You can ask the questions about this if you have.
Hey, thank you both, Udhayani and Karthika. Very, very interesting. So many women entrepreneurs doing so many different things. All for the good life. So that what was it called? The Good Life product. How did they get that high quality packaging? How did they obtain it, and how did they learn that they needed to use it?
They got the basic training in the by the district secretariat, and they got some network with other industrial development. They started.
So
who is making that packaging? It looked really good.
Yes. So she's on doing the packaging.
Guidance of the relevant government officers, she made.
But so she's actually making the package herself. She must be buying that.
She provide. She making.
She has some special team for the marketing and packaging. So they are doing the packaging work separately and the marketing separately.
Oh, really?
And yes.
It was interesting, Karthika, what you were saying about people selling from a small stall.
Yes.
And I recently had an example. I went with my friend Sugandhan, and he took me to this potter, and this potter had a small stall outside his house, and there was nothing on it. And the reason there was nothing on it is Sugandhan had given him a contact to a restaurant in Toronto who wanted to sell their biryani in clay pots. So now he was sending thousands of them. Every 3 months, he did a shipment to Toronto with thousands of his clay pots. So one thing the diaspora can do is help these ladies get a buyer overseas, a larger buyer. Does anyone else have questions?
Yeah, Jekhan, I have sorry.
Vasi, go ahead.
So, Basi, and then Janan.
Yeah.
Basi, it's your turn. Basi, you're muted. Janan, why don't you go?
Okay, I just want to thank you guys. You're doing a wonderful job and really kind of promoting women entrepreneurs. My experience, like I have a coconut fiber factory, and initially, I mean, I have two daughters, and one of the things when I went to start this, the one thing they wanted out of this is like equal pay for women and 50% employment for women. So when I started, it was a bit difficult. Like we started with 5%. Now we have reached 75% women, and to be honest, I see so much efficiency has improved, our production has improved. Like we have seen a lot of benefits by really employing more women, and now I'm really focused on that. Like, you know, minimum thing is anything I do, 50% women, and thank you guys, you are doing a wonderful job. We need to promote more women entrepreneurs.
Thank you. And
Okay,
Karthika,
Jan, can I talk?
what is your organization? Basi, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Karthiga and what's the other lady's name, Karthiga?
Udhayani,
Udhayani, well done, good presentation, very encouraging. I wish you all the best. My suggestion, it's not a question, is that there was a gentleman called Mr. Leo Manoran made a presentation. He is a director of Cargill's. We should look at opportunities for them to buy your products rather than some other broker coming and buying from you. So it can be a place where you can distribute your products to them so that you can get better prices. That's all my comment. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
thank you so much. But earlier we visited at Cargill's, but not through the view of Leo, that
Manovaran.
Yeah, Leo Manovaran. But we, myself and Udhayani, we visited the Cargill's, that marketing place in Colombo, for selling our greeting cards, that coiling work cards. So then normally we send their cards for our shops for 100 rupees, but they ask for 60 rupees from us. So then we didn't say, go for the deal with them, and we rejected that. So that's why they think that sometimes if we go directly, they think they get the lowest price from us. So that's why we had negative experience from them.
No, let Jekhan organize a meeting, you know, let Jekhan sort out. You can go and talk to them. They can assist you sometime.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
I think what Cargill, the way Cargill see it is that they will ask for a lower price, but they will buy a larger quantity.
Yes.
So does that not work for you?
Yes. They don't agree for the
The
60.
entrepreneur doesn't like to give that price. That's why we unable to continue.
But if they buy 100 at 60 rupees, is that better than buying 5 at 100? You know, the entrepreneur needs to look at their margin, and they can take a smaller margin if a customer like Cargill's is taking a bigger order.
The production is something different. If you are doing some manufacturing work, that's different. As you said, we can go for that. But when we take the handmade greeting cards, they have to spend more time, and it's a unique product. No, you know that's their. So I can't explain that.
Time-consuming activity. That's why they are unable to reduce their price.
Also, they can't produce more products on that, because all are handmade coiling work. So then only limited amount only we can make.
No, I understand. Yes, that's a good point.
Jekhan?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Sean.
I can't raise my hand somehow, but I thought I would just put it, if you don't mind, interrupt. I enjoyed very much, and I hope to talk to you later about what you're doing. But one of the things that struck me was that you probably have skill sets in all the different organizations. For example, the Good Life packaging skills that you've got. One of the things that you might think about is mapping all those skills to see if you can help each other. Yeah, so if somebody's good at packaging, transfer that knowledge amongst you all from that person who's good at packaging. If somebody's good at negotiating, do the same thing. So I'm just wondering about, have you looked at mapping the skills that you have amongst all the different organizations which you've mentioned, and others, of course?
Because of their socio-economical vulnerability, they are unable to access those skills. That is a big barrier.
What Sean is saying is that you said the lady who runs the company is a green Good Life product.
Good Life, yeah.
She's making her own packaging, is she? So if she's making packaging for herself, then maybe she can also make packaging for other people and make some money as well. Is that not possible?
So for this question, I think we have to have more talk with the green manner products, because so how she may get some help from some other organizations or some other grants or something she may get. We don't know much about that. So then if we talk with her, then we can get the information, and through that we can support others also sometimes. I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Jekhan, Karthi here.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Just a comment on the discussion on the previous matter. So, taking a greeting card to Kargils is a wrong proposition, because that's not the best channel to sell handmade greeting cards. See, obviously, they have a policy of buying everything at half the price. So, the greeting cards, handmade, you have to look at a different channel, not Kargils. Hence, that example is not a very good example, so we should be mindful of that.
Okay.
Kargils is more towards food products and consumer products, and they retail. And any retailer all over the world will buy anything below 50% of what they can sell. That's the standard format. I have been a retailer myself.
Mm.
So just a comment on that.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Jekhan, I can't raise my hand either. It's Gauri. Is it possible for me to just make a comment?
Are you iPhone 3? Because there's a black square there. That must be you.
Yeah, the blacks, I don't know what has happened. So hi, Karthika. Hi, Udhayani. Is it Udhayani? Hi, I'm Gauri. Nice to see you all. Jekhan and all of you guys who are listening, or guys and women, everybody who's listening, one of the big challenges we are facing in Jaffna is actually a proper retail space for people like these women to display their products as well. Because what I'm understanding now is that there are the local, so it's not only the Kargils, right? Kargils is a big national network supermarket that buys in bulk. But there are the small supermarkets privately owned in Jaffna, right? So you have TTK, TRK, something else, so many supermarkets. And what I see are producers go individually and place their stocks in those supermarkets and cater to the local communities, and also visiting mainly diaspora communities. But when foreigners, outsiders, tourists, whatever, come to Jaffna, there's almost nowhere for them to go and find products that are locally made and available. So maybe that's something, Jekhan, we should look at and see where we can maybe get some space that women, groups of women can come and sell. Like you did your pop-up. You had a couple of pop-ups, didn't you, Jekhan, in the Arc?
Yeah. So we could do, Robinson Prashanthan, who often joins, he did a very brave project with Dwaraka, his wife, which was a Saturday Night Fever. And there near Jaffna Fort, every Saturday night, they had this market. It was great. And I was amazed how successful it was. Hundreds of people would come, but because of the cost structure, they were still losing money. They had to
Yeah.
rent tents and they had to put electricity in.
The happy market.
That's
happy
The
market.
happy market. The happy market. Yeah.
happy market.
Yeah.
Yes,
Happy market.
yes, that was a
Yeah.
very good, because team our members also have their stalls there. But now
Yeah.
it's, I think, Jekhan, as he's tell that due to the financial support, they stopped it. But
Yes.
they can improve the entertainment facilities, like they have some musical groups there. But the people, when they come for the market, there is no places to sit and look that environment, watch that entertainment event. So that may be I feel that's the gap there, because if they sit and spend more time, the business also, the other stalls also, they may have more business.
No,
So
that's sorry. I just sorry. Please continue.
yeah, that is, I just want, I also feel that happy when the happy market is, they have the every Saturdays, they have a good good program, but now even that one also stopped. And also you said that when the foreigners come, there are some shops for them to visit, like Cat Paham, and one is run by the Industrial Development Board near the Ariyakulam. And some what is that, hand-woven sarees from the Nallur. But all those shops are closed. It's like a working hours. Now the morning 9 to 4:30, 5 o'clock, they will close the shops, because all are run by the government. So there is, I think, one or two few shops here, not in near the town, but little bit far away from the town. There are some shops with our products, Jaffna products. But near the town, there is no private owned shops. Earlier we had that Yal Muttam in front of the station, but we don't have that now. So likewise, when the tourists come, they can't find a good shop within near the town.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing, because I come and I'm in Jaffna often, and also with guests, that to go to the shops and even the selection in whether it is the Industrial Development Board shop or the Katpaham, the way it's displayed, the selection, and the other one is Kolam, which is the one in Nallur. That's not a government, that's a private sort of NGO. It is important that we create a space now, not only for the food stuff, but other products that are coming out. So we have to think about that, Jekhan. Those of us who are there on the ground, and then maybe with the ideas coming from those who are members of Jaffna Club, should think about how we can create and you're right, that where the opening times are later and, on weekends, because otherwise everything is closed on a weekend. And Saturday night market, the happy market was very nice, but it was only on Saturday in the afternoons and evenings. So, Jekhan, something to think about. And people listening, if you have any suggestions or if you have properties you'd like to share to allow us to create this space, please do get in touch with Jekhan, because I think that's...
Jekhan is smiling.
Yeah.
I have a place, but
else. So let's get in touch with Jekhan, and those of you who know me know that once I get an idea into my head, I'm a bit of a bulldozer. But it's worth doing this for this group, because they have a lot of challenges and they're trying really hard, and we should offer them some practical solutions that we can actually help them to make it work, at least for the local market. Export market, I think, Karthiga, if I'm not mistaken, I think quite a few of the producers have their own methods for the export market. I've been finding out things go straight from Jaffna to Canada and straight from Jaffna to Sydney. And so there are some interesting ways to go if they get their packaging right. So maybe things to think about, Jekhan. I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gauri, quickly, thank you. This is a brilliant idea. Just to kind of understand it properly, so what you are suggesting is we should kind of find a place where all the women entrepreneurs and also other entrepreneurs can come and display their products and kind of a market environment, you know, Gauri?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, that's what
thank-
I'm thinking. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
like a proper space that might even have
Absolutely.
a juice bar, a coffee bar,
Yeah.
like Karthika said, somewhere for people to sit, like what we have in the rest of the country. If you travel around Sri Lanka, you see this
Yeah.
all over. And it really hurts me that we haven't still been able to do
No,
this.
I think this is a brilliant idea. We should
Yeah.
seriously look
Yeah,
into.
and
I'll-
I'm happy to get involved and put my time and energy and everything, but it has to have a group support. So
Sure.
let's see
Thank
who
you.
wants to get involved. Jekhan,
I mean,
we'll give you
the
something to-
obvious place where this should happen is the Jaffna Cultural Centre. Is the Jaffna
Yeah, but
Cultural
they're not
Centre?
going to, Jaffna Cultural Center is not going to be handed over to the government of Sri Lanka for a while. So let's not talk about that for now. I mean, we had this most amazing performance there last Saturday, but let's not talk about it now because it is hot in the afternoons. They put the sheds up outside in the car park space. Jekhan, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a nice shop. Maybe lightly air conditioned, something like that. Jaffna Culture Center does not have space for that. In
Well,
my
well,
view, sorry. I'm
So-
being very clear
in
on
my
that.
opinion, if Saturday Night Fever or Roberts and Prashanthan's Happy Market was there, it would have been a great success.
Yes, but then that's only once a week for a few hours. And there was, so that's a different thing. I'm talking about a permanent shop space, like if you go in
I mean, we
India,
could
you,
take it offline, Gary, but
yeah,
I
let's
think
talk
the
about this
food
later.
market, the
Ja-
Colombo
Jagan-
food market.
Jagan,
Yeah.
Jagan, if I may ask you one question, what about
Yeah.
these hotels like the Thinnai and Fox? Will they accommodate this kind of situations?
I don't think so.
No, if I could say, respond to that. So Fox Resort has a little cupboard where they carry column products, and column
Right.
products are quite expensive. They're very expensive, but extremely well made. They also have a market, a very niche market in Colombo. That's for the saris, the shawls, the scarves, the jewelry, and the bags. So
Sure.
Fox has that. Tinne, I don't know. But, we are talking about something that is centrally located. So Fox is difficult to get to if you don't have a car. Tinne is difficult to get to. But, if you have, like Karthika said, somewhere centrally located in town where everybody, goes, it would be better. So let's think about it and see.
Yeah.
Let's think about something practical.
Karthi here
Okay,
again. I think,
Yeah.
Jagan, what we should, I don't know whether at this meeting or at our council meeting, should look at what Gauri said very seriously and get some numbers together. That's the important thing. What will be the rent to and how much is the staff to
Yeah.
run the place and stuff like that. So we should, if we are committed, everybody says it's a good idea, we
Yeah.
should go to the thing to put some numbers together. That's how the businesses and facilities are developed.
Thank
Just
you.
Not
Yeah, just very quickly, as somebody that's within the Sri Lankan community, but also tourists. Last year we went to Colombo and there was a market it was a shop in Valavanta, which was similar to what you're talking about, Gary. We went in there and spent quite a lot of money on books and all sorts of stuff. We also went to the market that we went to, and we only bought a few small things that were there. I hardly agree with you, Gary. Something like that, which is high quality, Europeans and tourists, and I'm sure rich Sri Lankans that come up on visiting Jaffna would love to sit down in an environment with juice bars and coffee and be able to see good quality products in a nice, cool environment. It doesn't have to be AC, but nice and cool. So
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Barefoot in Colombo. Now, Barefoot is a very iconic space. It's not air
Exactly.
conditioned. It's almost a Jaffna style home space in the middle of Colombo, you know. So, you know, that's the sort of thing I'm thinking about, something that is different, but that people like, and also will showcase some of our traditions, you know, as well as other products, food products, handicrafts, books, and as you say, bring things, you know, we can bring things from the South and from other places. It doesn't only have to be for Jaffna products, but which will attract people and then help these entrepreneurs to sell their products.
Yeah, barefoot is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's worthwhile going to have a look at that and see how much
Yeah.
of those items can be exported to Jaffna.
Oh,
Remember, they've got the
that's
footprint.
not an issue. That's not an issue if we can, as the previous speaker, said, you know, if we can put our heads together, a group of people who are interested. Jekhan, if, you know, maybe they could email you saying, yes, I'm interested in getting involved in this kind of project. And then,
Okay,
you know,
so
I'm happy to spearhead looking.
Yeah. So Gary, what I will do is I will share Karthika's contact details when I send out the recording. And Gary, if I can suggest that if you contact Karthika and we have a chat about this, so I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'd really like somebody who's got a lovely old house that may be a bit, you know, tired and needs a little bit of love and care, just to, you know, help us with this idea.
Jana, but he has a beautiful house on Wyman Road.
Who's this?
Beautiful.
Who's Jana, did you hear what Jekhan said? Yeah. But Jana, your house is not is it an old house? I want an old, like an Acharam style with the thinne and the walls falling down. I mean, I'm really
I think
happy.
there are places like that.
There are places we should be able to find it. And let's put our hearts into this and help these people. You know, I really want to do this. So okay.
Excuse me, sorry for the interruption. The Jal Muttam, which was that house is
I remember. Is it available still?
We also don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karthika, next time I come to Jaffna, I'll be in Jaffna in about 2 weeks' time. Let you and me put our heads together, and then let's go and meet some of the local government officials, you know, maybe like from the governor. Well, let's see who can give us access to one of these kind of houses. There was one in Nallur that was used for textile weaving. Now it is closed. But maybe somewhere near the temple. Let's go and have a look and see what we can do and start doing something, because people are creating restaurants and they're doing things, but it's not of this style. Sorry, I'll shut up now. Sorry, I joined late and I don't shut up.
So for the last question, Jana, you have your hand up, and then I'm going to wrap this up. So Jana. Hello, Jana.
Are you referring to me? Sorry. I finished my question. Sorry.
Jana, not you, Jana, who is also there. There seems to be a hand up sign, but maybe it isn't. Maybe his logo just has a hand. So I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you very much, Udhayani and Karthika. I think that Gary Ponna, when she's next up here, my good friend, she'll be in contact with you, and we shall see where we can go with this. So as usual, now I can see it's getting dark in some places, and it's nearly dinner time here in Jaffna. So I will wish you again, have a good night, enjoy your lunch. I look forward to tea time, and enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.